Okay, so this video is for the replacement of the HDD hard drive of the 730 NRER mygig unit. I had a serious error, so I had to remove my previous hard drive. So here I'm using a prior to remove the plate, I would say the faceplate of the radio. Or once it's removed, you have 4 screws that you have to remove or unbolt to have the video free. And if all the cores were built the same, you'll need to use a star head screwdriver. And again, for this video I want to give a special shout out to mygig-disc.com. They were the one that provided me with the hard drive, as for the screwdriver and the prior to remove the contour of the radio. So I'm just removing the very last screw, so it's removed. And actually I would recommend to use a magnetic screwdriver, as for the I would say the parts doesn't fall out and you have like a magnet. So to remove the radio, maybe move it left to right, shake it a little bit so it will be easy to remove, and make sure that you don't pull it too far, as you have multiple cable in the back. As for the AM/FM, the satellite, the Uconnect, and mygig unit cable. And also make sure to take your time. If you're not used to doing this, you want to be safe. If it takes you 40 minutes, it will take you 40 minutes, but just make sure that you don't break anything. So now I'm going to remove, this is the mygig belly, or below, and this is where the hard drive is located. As you could see, there's 6 screws. I'm going to take the 4 screws that are on the outside, I would say. When I'll get to the 2 last screws, they are the one that holds the hard drive to that metal plate. So make sure that you unscrew them halfway, as you don't want to have the hard drive drop or fall on the mygig inside unit component. And again, sorry for the video. I'm not a video editor, not a professional. I'm just doing that video because I didn't find any one out there on YouTube, so I decided to do one myself. So you have 2 screws, one small, one big, that goes to here, and that one goes there. So make sure to remember to put it back in the same place. And there's a difference, because the smaller one, as I showed you, goes directly in the hard drive, as the other one, the long one, goes in the mygig unit. So I was just looking at how to remove this, and at the time I didn't notice that there was 2 last screws remaining. And as I was saying, when you get to that part, to the last those last 2 screws, do it halfway, not fully. Once you think you've done it halfway, stop, open it up again, hold the hard drive in your hand, and unscrew them fully, so you could remove the hard drive from the metal plate. Once it's going to be done, as you can see, I removed the metal plate. So I tried to do it with my thumbs, but it was not recommended, so I'm using not a screwdriver but a face plate, I think it's called. And again, on this part, take your time. You don't want to break anything, do it slowly. That hard drive, actually, I'm still going to keep it. I just want to see why it's not working. It gives me a serious error every time I try to do the update, so that's why I'm replacing the hard drive. After talking to some guys at the challengertalk.com forum, special thanks to B52 Martin, they suggested me, as for Steve at mygig-this.com, to change the hard drive itself. So I'm gonna put the new hard drive. The new hard drive is Fujitsu. I just want to point something. The original hard drive that I have in the car, in the mygig unit, was a Samsung one, so I don't know why it defaulted, but I think I had to change it. I'm still gonna run some tests on the old one, but for the time being, so I could use the radio, I'll go with that new one. So again, just do the process like you did. Just put back those screws, the same screws in the same place. Don't change anything, as you don't want to have anything break. So I'm putting those screws, I'm tightening them to the hard drive as the hard drive goes first and on the metal plate, or with the metal plate, and once you put it back, then you could go with the other four last screws. Remember, the small one goes on top and the long one goes below. So those one that I'm tightening right now are the long ones. And I'm gonna finish with the two small ones at the top. And sorry for my accent, guys, and for my low voice. I'm doing that video, it's 2:04 a.m. so I just wanted to do it rush and have it finished with. So all those bolts our screws are tightened, put back into place where they were supposed to. We're gonna put back the unit and the car. Alright, so as you could see those cables there, I'm just gonna connect them back to the radio. Again, take your time, don't force anything, don't pull on the plugs, on the wire too much, as you don't want to break anything. Okay, when you put it back, try to maybe pull a little bit the plastic, I mean of the car, because it doesn't it's not gonna go in straight up. And also make sure that those wires are behind and don't block you from pushing the radio back to its original place. Then take back those 4 screws and tighten everything up. And again, that's why I'm suggesting that you use magnetic screwdriver. As for the screw doesn't fall and always sticks to the screwdriver. Alright, the last one, oh no, that's the last one, third one. Obviously I'm speeding the video so I could make it as short as possible, but I wanted to show you all every step in all the process, and also remind you that my battery was disconnected. Okay, I went and took magnetic screwdriver so I could put it back. That's how it looks. Make sure that everything is tight. And then just take back the I would say the contour of the radio, the plate, faceplate, and then push back everything. Hear every click. Then go back to your battery. I have a Challenger, so the fuse was taken before, so I'm just gonna put back the fuse. You have the box that shows you all the information and where and which one to remove. If I'm not mistaken, the one that you need to remove is 36, but make sure that you check the guy's manual. I think it's 36. I'm just saying the number on the top of my head now. But again, guys, just make sure, put it back, or the clip, and then you're gonna reconnect the cable to the battery. I disconnected the negative one. I think that was the one that was recommended to do. I was looking for the tools to, the wrench, I guess it's called, to tighten it up. So once you have it, tighten everything up, secure everything, and you're done. So power's back up, and I'm doing the update. There was a disk that was provided to me also with the hard drive by mygig-disk.com, and I'm doing the update right now. So I was not able to do the last update on my previous hard drive, as it gave me a serious error. I'll post the link of the previous problem that I have with the previous HDD, which resulted in me having to change this to a new one. So as you could see, so far everything is a success. And don't be afraid, the unit will shut down itself. Also something that I want to point out, and I do see, and I've seen it in a couple of forums, is that once you, or when you're going to do the update, don't do it on accessory mode. Make sure that your car is running, like start the car, let the car running, and do the update, as you don't want to have the car shut down or lose power while doing the update. It might break your radio. And again, you want to make sure that everything works. So that worked for me. So I wasn't able to have those bar moving on my previous hard drive, so I had to change it to that new one. So far everything seems to work, and as you can see the bar is moving up. And I'll show you how it changed. So I'll let the So as you could see, I shot this part at night. I didn't have time to do it during the day. So it opens with the new logo of the Uconnect satellite. I didn't subscribe to the satellite, so it's not activated, but all the features seems to work. FM works. You don't have you don't hear no sounds, but while I was doing it, everything worked. My preset was already saved, so it works. FM band work. I have an iPod hooked on to my car. The iPod worked as well. I'll show you in a minute. So this is the iPod, and it was playing perfectly. I just muted everything so I could edit the video so you won't hear anything. And I noticed that there's a very fast response with the update. This is the I'm playing this is a CD, and it's a MP3 CD, and everything works. This is for the hard drive. The hard drive should be a 40 gig, I guess 16 or 20 gigs. I'll address that to the guys at mygig-this.com. As you can see, the radio is running fine. I was playing with the equalizer, the sound control, just to make sure that everything was perfect. The telephone feature didn't seem to work. I'll address that issue with again the guys there to know why it didn't work. The maps doesn't come with the new hard drive, as they are not responsible for the Navtec maps. So if you have a CD, you can just maybe reinstall it on your new hard drive. So again, special thanks to mygig-this.com and support from B52Martin at challengertalk.com. They were the one that I talked to make those tests, and decided to change my hard drive to a new one. And I hope you enjoyed the video. So all the comments will be at the bottom of the video, and you could contact Challenger Talk, B52Martin, or I recommend also to contact the guys at mygig-this.com. Thank you.